Welcome to another installment of xiang checkmate methods. In this case, we'll be looking at the iron bolt checkmate. Its main properties are that it tries to checkmate along the fourth file or the sixth file, more commonly referred to as the armpit files. They're known as the armpit files because we know that when the general starts right in the middle, his armpits would be to the left and to the right. That's why they're called the armpit files. The fourth and the sixth file. Okay, so a property of the iron bolt checkmate is its aggressiveness, and it often leaves, in this case green, a bit helpless because it happens so quickly. So we start with red moving this cannon here. Green sort of anticipates the next move, moves his advisor out of the way. But this is the interesting, and here's how swift it becomes. Now red moves his cannon to the center file, essentially now pinning these two pieces. Green replies by moving down here. See, green's pretty close to checkmating himself, right? Eventually, if he moves here, he's setting himself up real good. But red now just moves his rook here, checkmate, right? Because our red general is along this file, the sixth file, and once again, our rook is protected by our cannon. It's pinning both of these pieces down. Checkmate. Here's a second example of the iron bolt checkmate. So we start off by red general moving to the sixth file. See what he's doing here? He's pretty much one step away from checkmate with the red rook. These two pieces again are pinned by our red cannon. So green anticipates this and responds accordingly by moving his rook one spot. Now red puts his horse back here. See, what red's idea is eventually he would like to move here and checkmate directly. He can also try to entice green to take him, essentially freeing up that space there. So that's the plan there for red so far. We have green respond by bringing his cannon down here. So now he's anticipating that. Right now, if red were to try to pull that, green would have a response. Red cannon goes into the same file, now essentially redirecting the attention back over here right now, so he wouldn't mind making that sacrifice there. Green replies by coming back here to attack the red rook with the green rook. But really it's one step too late. Red now employs his initial idea. Green really has no choice but to capture. And we get the checkmate that we were trying to get at the beginning. Checkmate. Here we have our third and final example of iron bolt checkmate. Now, if you notice, there aren't many pieces left, and just as in an elegant math equation, often the most simple questions are the most difficult. It's easy to botch this, and it really requires a high level of skill on red's part. Start off by red pushing his cannon up two spots, and what he's really doing is blocking off the elephant's path here at the moment. Green really has no choice but to push his soldier up one. Red now comes over here and moves his soldier over to the left one. Remember, once you cross the river, you can move side to side. Green really has not much else again to do but to push his soldier up. Now our pawn goes up here, and in this case really occupying that last, the back side of the palace is a bit more effective for our red soldier than the front side of the palace. Green responds by moving his soldier over one space. Now really Green is what he's gonna try to do is kind of move over here to eventually get in the way of our general. Remember? Because of face-to-face laughing, our generals may not face each other, and that's certainly going to come into play in a moment. Red responds by pulling his cannon back 2 spots. Our green elephant reacts by finally being able to go back here. What he's doing is he wants to go to the center here. Really, it's not much but to stall out a little bit, so red cannon, say, goes over here. Green replies by putting his elephant in the center file. And we respond by putting our cannon back in the center file, really pinning these 2 pieces down. Again, green really has not much to do but to continue trying to race to the center here. We move our general 1 space to the left. Really, green continues his feudal march to the center, and we move 1 space over. Checkmate.